Old school. You're listening to CRBJ, Classic R&B Jams Radio.
When the world gets loud, there's one place where the groove never stops. CRBJ Radio brings you classic R&B, timeless soul, and the jams that shape the soundtrack of your life. From sunup to sundown, we're spinning the hits that make you feel something. Every hour, every day. Whether you're at work, on the road, or just vibing at home, turn us on and let the soul take over. Listen live at crbjradiojams.com to the soulful sound all around town.
And good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your nighttime, right time DJ Music, and welcome to another episode of the Music Chronicles. Let me put this up on the screen so you folks can see it, so you know who we'll be vibing out with today. Music Chronicles, ladies and gentlemen, we present the sounds and the musical journey of the one and only Keith Eatmon. Make sure I'm saying the name right there, folks. Keith is an R&B soul, smooth jazz original artist, originally from New York, Buffalo to be quite exact. He's down in Atlanta right now. As they called him, and we're going to talk about that, they called him the variety vocalist. He spent over 2 decades in the music industry, transitioning from a seasoned frontman to a solo artist, folks. So again, we want to welcome my main man to the Music Chronicles. How you doing, Keith? How you doing? Welcome in, sir. Great to have you. Sit back and why don't you tell the folks about a little bit about you before we get to our question and answer session. Let me take you off mute there, sir. Hold on just a second. There you go, Keith. I'm sorry I had you on mute there for a second.
Yeah, me on mute.
Yes, sir. My bad.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is live. This is Keith Eatmon, independent recording artist and vocalist, smooth jazz and R&B. Glad to be here this afternoon.
And see that down there, I got him. That's what I wanted to make sure. I wanted to ask you before we came on here how you say your last name, because some folks say Eatmon, how you see it, and then you just said Eatmon. So the correct pronunciation of your last name is Eatmon.
Eatmon all day, every day.
All right. And so Keith, why don't you tell the folks that don't know about you a little bit about your music and a little about your musical journey, and we'll get right into our question and answer session.
All right. Well, been in the game for a good while. I've been performing as a live artist with cover bands for a number of years, and I sing a little bit from pop, jazz, R&B, soul, funk, and all. I got my start here in Buffalo, New York, where I'm speaking to you guys live from right now. And this is such a great day to have this conversation being in my hometown. I got my start here doing sit-ins with bands. You know, I've always loved music, and I was found one day by a guy here in Buffalo. His name is Van Taylor, Taylor Made Jazz, and he gave me an opportunity to do some sit-ins where we actually identified that not only do I love to sing, I actually could hold the tune. And from there, I became a full-time singer with fronting for the band. Got a chance to travel and do some international touring with the military, and learned a lot about the earth that we live on, and also about how much people really appreciate music on the other side of the globe. And from that point on, I wound up moving to Atlanta, started off there, played around with a few bands, and took a break for a while and went back in 2012 and have been, a full-time vocalist performance since 2012 up until now. But in 2020, during the COVID, I decided that it was time for me to do my own projects and start recording. And that's how I started this journey as an independent recording artist leading up to today.
Well, that leads me right in. I guess that leads right into the first question there, Keith. What made you transition to that level of music to know that this is exactly what you want to do for your life?
Well, I got tired of singing it myself. I had no fans in the shower and in the car. You
As
know,
most of us don't, right?
yeah, I said it's time to be heard, man. You know, we got to figure out how to do this. But as far as performing live, man, you know, like they say, sometimes you got to be seen before you actually heard.
Right, right.
And
So, Keith, let me ask you, what do you remember the first song that you played live, that you sang live, that you said, okay, this is it now? What was that? What was that first song? You remember the
oh
reaction that you
gosh,
got?
I've told this story a number of times in interviews, but the first time that I actually sang live, um, it was Johnny Gill's "My My My," one of the one of the all-time sit-in songs with a band, you know. And at that time, uh, with my eyes closed, I got out there and delivered it. And by the time I opened my eyes, I'm looking around and people were clapping and saying more, more, more. I'm like, I got nothing else. But that kind of was the click that day, me being
Right.
able to sing in front of people, you know.
Wow. Right, right. So this again, one of those one word questions. You know, a lot of people have a different meaning of, but in one word, how would you describe music and what it means to you as a whole in one word?
Passion.
Mhm. Can't fake passion, can you?
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Very passionate about it.
Yeah. And so far, a little bit more into it. Where did you get your start? The story behind it. I know you said you sang in the shower. Was there any formal training, or a lot of folks say they started off in the church? Where did you get your initial start from?
With a pair of Pioneer headphones and my record collection that I just wore the grooves off the tunes. Man, I learned to listen. No formal training. I learned to listen, and
Wow.
after a while, you listen to music so much it actually develops in your head. And then you find yourself repeating what you hear, and you're like, is this how people learn to sing, or what? I know some of my friends learned from being in the children's choir and you know the youth choir to the mass choir and stuff like that. I tried that. That wasn't really it, but I just learned to repeat what I hear. No formal training.
Wow. That's an accomplishment in itself. I gotta say that. Let's take a quick break here, Keith. I'm gonna talk about your first song here. People gotta move.
People got to move.
Tell us a little bit about it, and we'll take a listen to it, sir.
All right, people got to move. When I decided that I wanted to record, um, I didn't. I just wanted to record some of the songs I really like, and I had my favorite artists. I had my Gino Vanellis, my Stevie Wonders, my Bobby Caldwells, and there was a lot of them, but my favorite artists. But when it came down to recording, I wanted to try songs that people really wouldn't expect me to do. So when I started selecting, I always look for songs that, you know, when I throw it out there, I said, well, they wouldn't expect me to do that one. So I'm going to cover one
Mm.
of my favorites instead of, recording what people would expect me to, you know, record.
Yes, sir. Let's take a listen to it there, folks. Fresh out of classic R&B jams. You check us out on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. at the Music Cafe. You'll hear some more great music from Keith. But in the meantime, y'all listen to People Gotta Move. Stick and stay. Don't you dare go away. You are listening to the Music Chronicles.
People, come on and do it right. Shake your behinds like a dynamite. Chuck all your worries and toss your dice. To be tamed is a pain when you realize you gotta move. You gotta move. Oh, you gotta your heart. Show the world what you are. You come on for right, you come on for wrong, and you come on for zeal. And the tones of your bones make you feel. You got a groove. You got a groove. No, 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 you got a groove. Yeah, people gotta move. Shake your behinds like a dynamite. Shake all your brains and pump your heart. Show the world what you are. You got a groove. People gotta move. Everybody move. Yeah, people gotta move. People gotta move. Yeah, yeah, yeah. People gotta move. You gotta move. Gotta move.
You know you wanna move. People got to groove. They got to groove there, Keith. They gotta move.
They gotta move. They gotta move.
So
feel good to you. You gotta move.
Indeed. So tell me about the creative process. What is that, Keith? I mean, is it a field? I mean, do you just something hit you and say, "Let me write this song," or do you sit down and have a creative session, or how do you come up with a song like this?
Now, people got to move. It's a cover. That's Gino. The original song was by Gino Vanelli.
Wow.
Yeah, and when you first, it's a learning process for me. Being a cover artist where you do all these songs all the time. Most of the time when you're doing covers for a band, they select the music. You perform it, the audience loves it, whatever. But when I decided that I wanted to record cover songs, as I said earlier in the conversation, I wanted to pick only what I wanted to pick. So this was one of the songs that I loved and took it to my producer, and he said, "Yeah, we can recreate this one." And he spent a little time with it, and we came up with a kind of a different groove with the song. And people got it. When I put it out there, I just wanted the people to move to it. with a smooth jazz twist on it too.
Right. I was about to say, because it opens up, of course, I dabble in the jazz field a little bit. So I could do that on this particular song on either show. So is there a bridge too far between an R&B artist and a, say, jazz artist, or they pretty much can just live in the same area?
For me, I call them, they want to say it takes soul for both of them.
Right.
For me, I just feel they're one and the same. I noticed that you don't hear as many horns in today's R&B, but you hear it in smooth jazz. So I like a hybrid sound. Hear a little something for the ear with the horn.
Right.
And I think you know where I'm going.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're going. Is that something that when you're listening to it just sticks out a bit? There's the music, everything around it is good, but it's just something about those horns sometimes that just stick out on it.
And I've been in horn bands for years too, so that's kind of like music without horns in my head. Now it's like we got to find some place to slide some horns in here.
Right. Now, I heard you mention a few artists like Stevie Wonder, and so these are some of the folks that you modeled yourself. Of course, you say you throw some headphones on and just start singing like them. But as I did a little research on you, I saw something about Stax Records. So how did they have an influence on you?
Well, Stax, I think about the time I came up, as a young man. My parents played the music of the times, so when you learn in music, most of the Stax sound, if it's just about everything. From the Barcase played the horns behind a little bit of everybody.
Sure.
And that sound just added that thing in there. So when I got a chance to finally work with a horn band, it's like whatever I'm looking for is got to have those horns. So Stax is Stax and Motown is a good foundation in the learning process for me.
So would you prefer live band or on a big stage, or just a small, intimate kind of a setting like a cafe or something like that when you're doing these cover songs?
Both. I'm not cutting myself out, man. Take me in a small spot, big spot. I need to be seen and heard,
So it's not about the money so much. It's just about, sometimes it's just being out there, right? You got to take some of those small venues for people to know who you are, right?
Most definitely.
Man,
I leave nothing out.
Y'all remember that now.
So, I'll sing in a coffee shop.
Wow.
I'll sing it at the stadium.
It doesn't make a difference, huh? Of course, there's Keith, there's highs and lows in what you do. So let's talk about before we go to one of your favorite songs. Let's talk about one of your high points of your career so far, and then we'll come back and we'll touch on one of the low points, if you don't mind, sir.
The high point for me as an independent recording artist and vocalist was my very first song. Once it was was produced, and I loved it, and the producer loved it, and some of my friends and stuff like that too. But the whole goal was to get it to radio, and to get it to radio is not always easy, especially in Atlanta, where we, for my particular selection of music, there's only one station that really is at the forefront, and that's 91.9 WCLK. And I had submitted my music on my own there, and I think it just kind of got lost in the pile of music that probably hundreds of them come in a day. But working with the promoter, he sent over the package, and they actually accepted it. But I didn't know that it was, had been accepted. And one day I was in the car listening to the station, and it came on. And I said this in an interview recently, and I lost it. I completely lost it.
That's my song.
That's my song. That's me. I don't know if you remember the movie The Five Heartbeats.
Yeah, yeah, sure
When
do.
they were all at home and they came on the radio, I
Yeah,
had one of those. I had a real heartbeat moment,
yeah. Got out the milk truck and everything, didn't it?
man. Oh gosh, it was something else.
So Keith, the next song we'll listen to, why don't you tell us a little bit about this particular track, Let's Get Together, and we'll take a listen to that and we'll come back. And unfortunately, in this business, there are some low points, so we'll touch on that when we get back.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about the next track, Let's Get Together.
Let's Get Together, song number 4. And I like the way you selected the singles and how they were played instead of going in order. It allows me to kind of not think on the script. But this is my 4th single. Now, I had done 3, which were covers, and I had been searching for an original. So I reached out to a few people, and then I got a referral, and I met on a Zoom call with Nelson Braxton of the Braxton Brothers. And we were just kicking it, and I was telling him where I'm at and what I want to do. And he said, well, what is your goal? I said, man, I'm enjoying being heard, but I don't have anything original. I would like to do something that no one's heard before. And he said, well, I got some things in mind. But he said, do you write? I said, no, I don't write. He said, well, I'm learning to write. Put it that way. It's not that I don't write. I'm learning to write, but I'm just not confident in what I'm putting out there yet. So he says, well, tell me what's on your mind right now. And the first thing was our political situation, which I was just over it. And he said, well, how do you feel about what's going on? I said, I think we got a lot of divide in the country. I just think that, whether it's a Democrat or Republican and all, but this is the United States of America, and we're not united. We need to get together. We need to make some things happen, and people just need to, work together for the common good of man in this country, and let's do some things. And I gave him those thoughts, and next thing I know, he came up with Let's Get Together, and the message was just perfect. And we talked about it for a little while, and he put the music to it, and shortly thereafter, I was working with graphic artists and this and that, and putting out my first original song, which I love.
Let's take a listen to it there, folks. I tell you what, Sign of the Times. I think this is a perfect song. So let's take a listen to it. Let's Get Together.
Yeah. Time, do you remember when life was easy and free? Yeah, kicking back, had time for dreaming. Crazy how time just is constantly passing. But tonight, take your stress out the door, leave your worries behind. 'Cause tonight, it's all feels so much better with love. I know that there's a way that we can make it. Follow the way of love. We'll be strong forever if we breathe as one. Let's stay together. Let's get together. It's getting harder just to feel it. Blinded by the things we don't see. Yeah, beauty in life, love and family. The weight of the world gets in between you and me. But tonight, we will all be flying on a beauty high. And tonight, it's alright. We're gonna fill this world with love. I know that there's a way that we can make it. Follow the way of love. We'll be strong forever if we breathe as one. stay together. Ooh, let's get together. Sometimes we lose our way, but we made it all here and we plan to stay. If we keep our hearts open and we keep the path clear, love is the answer and it's always here.
Lost sound.
All righty there, ladies and gentlemen, that we are back on the Music Chronicles starring Keith Eatmon. I'm saying your name correctly. I'm gonna get it right.
Yes, you are.
All right, thank you so very much, sir. Let me pull this off the screen over there. Again, a little mixture there, Keith. I heard some smooth jazz. I heard a little Southern soul, and then I heard a little R&B. So is that why they call you the variety guy?
They call me the variety guy because I don't want one sound. I'm not looking for one sound.
Hey. So you could just
want to be heard many different ways.
Many different ways. So the pop, the smooth R&B, the smooth jazz vocals, the Southern soul. It's just a part of who you are.
Yes, sir.
So they won't be able to pigeonhole you then at all, will they?
And when I'm learning because I do know so much music. I haven't found one style that I love over the other.
Okay. Yeah, as I said, Keith, of course, we talked about the good part of the music industry. Of course, with everything, there's always a bad to it. So let's go ahead and have it. Let's tell us your worst industry story, if you don't mind sharing with us.
You know what? I had to think about that when you brought it up. I don't have one yet.
Oh, that's a good thing then.
I don't have one yet. This has really been going so well for me. This is much bigger than I had ever thought. When the first song was released, that was a high point. From that point, it's been going nowhere but up because maybe one day, there'll be something I'm not really pleased with, but right now, man, it's all on point. I mean, my fans are great. The ratings have been good. No one's tried to steal my money yet.
Wow.
Because you hear about these type of things. Now maybe I'll have some issues when it's time to because I haven't performed any of my material to date.
Wow.
It's all it's been for streaming and all, but we're working on that right now. So maybe I'll have a story. Check back with me in a little bit.
Will. Certainly will. But listen, I heard you, Keith, mention the fans. So how important is that reaching out to your fans, keeping touching bases with your fans? How important is that to you, and how important to that to any musician's career?
One more time? I think I heard you, but I didn't hear you.
How do you relate to the fans, and how important is that to you, or a matter of fact, to any musician? How do you think that plays a definite role in whether your music is successful or not? When you say,
well, I feel we do. First of all, we're passionate about what we do. We have to love our product first. But when you find that especially now with social media and all that stuff, which, before you had to look for a love letter in the mail. I really like you or whatever. But
Right.
you get a hit right away when your music's up from someone that you don't even know, and they tell you, man, I'm a fan. I love your music. I love the way you did this. What else you got? I'm looking for it. Keep me posted when this is coming out. So you drop another single, and then you went from getting one message in your social media to groups, and then you got the radio personalities when they call you and say, "Hey, man, I'm playing your song today. Um, I love it. Let me know what else you got going on." Then you begin to feel like, now I'm doing this for them too. Wow,
Mm.
we
Right.
working together.
Right, right. Because I tell you, you must have been reading my mind. So, how important is social media when it comes to getting your music out there?
Ooh, boy, area that I'm just tapping into now more so than ever.
Mm,
It's very important because there's no more run to the record store
right,
and buy
right,
that album that will come out on Tuesdays. The
right.
new records would come out on Tuesdays in my vinyl buying days. But
I'm
you
with you. I'm
know,
with you. The more virtual record stores, is it?
yeah. So now it's all about streaming, and the audience. Put it this way: the audience I haven't performed for yet is online, and they're
Mm.
they're they're appreciating me without even being on the stage yet. So I know when it hits the stage, it's gonna be on.
It's going to be on fire. So that online presence that you have now, it'll carry over into not that I'm not going to take call it the real world, but it'll actually carry on to when you start doing your live shows. So
Mhm.
that and social media is that important.
Yeah. So
Mm.
until I get there, um, I've been advised that on my social media, like with TikTok, to start doing some live performances. So
Yeah,
it's coming,
yeah,
coming,
yeah.
coming sooner,
Definitely.
coming sooner than soon.
Definitely. I mean, as a radio owner and of course as a DJ, I find it much easier to connect with you guys as far as artists if you have TikTok pages or YouTube pages, whatever, because it's a direct. All I do is follow you. It tells me when your new music coming out. It tells me what city you're in and all that, so I can relay that to, as you say, your fans as well as my fans as well. So I got to say, I agree with you when it comes to that social media. There's no way around it. Going to the good days of selling the music out the trunk, right?
Mhm.
Uh, so let's take a listen to another one of your tracks there, Keith. I tell you what, again, your style is I have to call it eclectic, and I think I played one of your the final track that we'll listen to a little bit later on tonight. I played that for the fans, and I always ask them, do we put it in rotation? So I got to say, your song has been in rotation, so did a little deeper dive into your music, and I got to shout out to Tangi. I thought I saw her down in the listening lounge. Shout out to all the folks that's popping in. Keith will play this. Actually, we're recording this now, so we'll replay it on air on Wednesday night on Classic R&B Jam. So for those of you that can't attend the live, of course, we'll get that to get that on the radio a little bit later on for you. But the next song we're going to listen to is Jamaica. So tell us about that a little bit.
Now Jamaica, I bought the single, the 45 of if I'm going far enough back,
Hmm.
and which I still have today. I bought that 45, man. I used to play that song all the time. And in my last interview, I made it clear that um, Jamaica was one of those songs that, because I listened so well, it took me to a place. It took me to a place that made me feel like I'm in Jamaica.
Right.
And I just, it was just one of those songs that actually was in my spirit. It was in my soul, man. I always loved it. So when we were searching around for songs, it's like, what about this? What about that? And I said, I ran this song by a couple people, and they kind of smiled at it but did nothing with it. So I met a guy that put it together for me. His name was Giuseppe Pastore, and he really worked it out with the music, and I got a chance to record one of my favorite songs. And of all my music so far, this is my favorite recording.
Well, let's take a listen to it there, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Music Chronicles. It's your nighttime, right time DJ Music, along with my special guest this week, Keith Eatmon. I tell you what, Keith, like I said, I've been enjoying your music, and I'm sure I took a preview peek of this one. And I'm sure the folks get that same message that you just conveyed to us about this song, because music not only moves, it can remove and take you to places you've never been before. So let's go to Jamaica, folks.
When the world gets too much to carry, and when life becomes too bizarre, and all my friends seem ordinary as compared to the Rastafari. No, I can't wait to see the city, have a drink inside my favorite bar. So if you leave me, that's a pity. Maybe I'm better off by far. Oh, Jamaica, hold me. Come let your arms enfold me forever and ever. Someone told me love grows here in Jamaica, leaving you. How could I ever? As I ran for the ocean ferry, well, I knew I'd said my last goodbye, and now my life seems so contrary as the stars fill the evening skies. Whoa.
Jamaica.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I didn't quite make it to Jamaica, Keith, but I was on the Pacific Coast Highway, straight chilling just now. I gotta say. So I said, music takes you where you want to be sometime, and that's where I want to be. Let me pull this off the screen. Let me pull this off the screen there. So again, when you said that was the song that we just listened to, you mean passed around? You mean or overlooked? So what made you decide to tackle it?
Because I knew I could do it. After you listen to something so long, man, it's like, I don't know. If you ask me, would I be confident about some of my other choices? Not just the ones that I recorded, but while we're going through, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I could tackle that. But this was an easy one because it was already in my head, Hmm.
It gives you definitely the little no disrespect when I say this, but because I'm a product of the '80s, so well, not a product, but no, out there in the '80s, so that's what
You
that
were
song is
around.
giving me. Yeah, I was around, so that's giving me that '80s feel. Again, you mentioned Gino Vanelli, and the Brat Pack kind of feel, the Less Than Zero kind of movie soundtrack feel.
Hmm.
Fair way to describe that song.
I would say so. Yeah.
Uh, uh, uh. So let me get back to a few more of these questions here. Um, uh, this is kind of one of those questions. When you say um, your biggest influence and your biggest performance, and kind of again, we mentioned Stevie Wonder and you mentioned Stax Records, but if you had to switch out with any artist, uh, whether it's some past or present, who would you switch careers with? Gotcha.
Yeah. Who would I switch with if I had to switch out
Yeah,
with somebody today?
yeah.
Well, for the energy, it would be Bruno Mars. But if there's somebody out there right now that's pretty much on this going down the road, I feel I am where it's smooth, man. Kem, Kim. I think
Uh,
that's just a bad dude. He's a smooth brother to me, and even when I'm looking at his videos and live performances and everything, and I said, now since you asked, where would I switch? I'd like to be seen in the image or something like that on that
wow.
stage.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's a listen, because like I said earlier when we first connected here, listening to your music, you bring it back to smooth. That's for sure. So, and Kim, you can't get much smoother than that, can you? Not when it comes to real R&B. So that man, like I said, you must be reading my mind. So that brings me right into it. Music today. Some say it's art, but being in the music industry for the time that you have, what do you think about the music of today?
What do I think about today? Music. Okay. Because I love music, I try to take in a little bit from everybody's day. When I was a kid, I'll give you an example and learn to listen to music. Remember when Run DMC came out? It's like that. That's
Yeah,
the way it is.
yeah, yeah.
I played that song in the car one night for my father. I picked him up at the airport and they got in the car and I put it on and he's like, man, what in the world
What
is
is
that?
that?
What is that? I mean, he had nothing but negative stuff to say, and I got so defensive with him. I'm like, you just old, and all you want to listen to is this stuff, well, whatever. But it brings to mind that he shut himself off from music other than from his experience about music in his day.
Mm, mm.
So when you ask the question, what do I think about today's music? Some of it I love, some of it I don't, but I understand it.
Yeah,
That's their craft.
right.
It's the music of their time. So I look for something in every song that I listen to, that's of today. And I try not to compare it to where I came from because everything evolves.
Yeah. And again, speaking of music, of course, since they call you the variety guy, there's not too many genres that you haven't explored. But for those that you haven't, what would be your next venture? Because of course, we've got the smooth jazz covered, we've got the southern soul covered, we've got the pop covered. Uh, so where you go from here, Keith?
That's a good question. That is a very good question. I'm not saying I fit myself into a box, but
Mm.
being in a cover band, usually my average show a night is I do about 30 songs a night,
Wow.
live performing live, and it just has to be one of those things that do I hear it, do I feel it, and go. So I mean, I've covered everything, but there's really no other place that I mean, the only thing else in my mind would be instrumental. And I'm not the musician, I'm the vocal musician. So I think I pretty much have been around the spectrum with the music that I feel that I'll continue to deliver.
Okay. And it's almost time to wrap this up here, Keith. We got about 10, 15 minutes left. But before we do, let's listen to another one of your tracks, and we'll come back and chop it up just a few more minutes. The next track we're going to listen to is My Love is on Fire. Tell us about that, and I'll let the folks listen to it, sir.
Okay, well, that's the easy one. At home, in 2020, I'm listening to this song that I've heard 1,000 times, but that day at home, I heard it for the first time. It hit me like no other. And I had really been kind of meditating on finding, this is right when I said I decided I wanted to, cover some music and record. So I'm hearing the song and it spoke to me. I'm not going to lie. I mean, that song by Stevie Wonder on his last studio album
Okay.
spoke to me like no other. And I went back and I listened to it over and over again. And I decided that was going to be the song. So I took it to a few different people. Again, I didn't get the result that I was looking for, but I took it to one producer one time doing a background session. And at the end of the session, I said, "Hey, man, I'm looking for a producer. What do you think about this song?" And he said, "Well, let's listen to it." And he listened. He turned around the chair. He's like, "I'm already hearing ideas. I'm going to make this your song," which became my first song. And Stevie, thank you for writing it and giving me my first song to record. My Love Is on Fire.
My Love is on Fire. And of course, Stevie Wonder, if all my fans know, he's my favorite artist of all times. That's why I put it in rotation there, folks. Let's take a listen to it here at the Music Chronicles with Keith Eatmon and your nighttime, right time DJ Music.
Stop and stare. Is that they've never seen a heart in love. And though I see them, I don't care. 'Cause I'm too busy thinking about our love. Thinking about them each and every morning. I wake up to that love glow in your eyes. And though it seems I'm I will not stop my daydreaming until my nights are true with you. Ooh, baby, my love is on fire. Ooh, baby, my heart is on fire. Ooh, baby, burning with desire. I want to feel your love. I need to feel your love mixed with mine. Let me call your name, as if you're a witness to my every word. And though it seems sometimes insane, something within me tells me they'll be heard. So I wait so patiently the moment when my love fantasies will come to life. And all I need from you is confirmation. And then I will be living true those moments that I know with you. Ooh, baby, my love is on fire. Ooh, baby, my heart is on the wire. Ooh, baby, burning with desire. I want to feel your love.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. I know y'all have heard me say it before on my Sunday and Tuesday night show. Rotation, rotation, rotation. We definitely putting that one in rotation there, Keith. Great
Yay.
song. Listen, I had a couple visions of some great artists that it reminded me of. I heard a little Al Jarreau up off in there. I heard some what's the name of the group? After Seven in there. It's a little bit again eclectic, a blend of great music there, my man. So I'm definitely gonna throw that one in rotation. So for those of you who are
Thank
missing
you.
it here, check it out on Wednesday night and also Sunday nights. I got two shows, my man, and your music fits in on both of them. So Tuesdays and Sunday nights, y'all make sure y'all tune in and hear some more of this great music from Keith. So in the meantime, Keith, we're about to wrap things up here. So again, when you're creating your music and all that, so what do you tell the folks that's coming up behind you, and what would be some of the advice that you would give to the up and coming artists that haven't just coming into the business?
You know, I say this every time, man. First, accept what you do is what you want to do. When you select your music, make sure that it's music that you're passionate about. Um, when you're passionate about it, somebody's going to hear the passion. They're going to feel the passion in the music. So I say to anybody, make sure that when you're going after your music, make it about your business, what it is that you want to do, and not really seek the approval until after the music is done. Thinking about if someone's going to like it or receive it beforehand can really like lead you down the wrong road. So make sure that it's music that you love, be passionate about it, record it, and put it out there and see what happens.
Yes, sir, indeed. That's from all the advice that I've given. That's all. One seems to be clear that you got to be passionate about it. And again, for those who you know that you have talent, it takes a little bit more than talent. It takes perseverance, and you got to get out there, boots on the ground. Sometime, wouldn't you agree, there, Keith?
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, before we go, Keith, I want you to tell the good folks about where they can find you at, some new projects that's coming out, and anything else that you want the good people here on the Classic R&B Jams on the YouTube streets, or of course, some radio land that you want us to know about you, sir.
All right. First, we talked about social media. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Also, I'm on X. Um, all my music is on all the platforms from Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. And you're about to hear my latest release, and I have another one coming out this spring. Trying to give it a little time before I release it. And speaking of me being a variety vocalist, this is really it's another cover, but this is really a kind of a switch up on this one. It's got a dance groove, a little smooth something. So look out for that here in the first quarter of 2026. And hey, follow me, like me, help me gain my social media presence and buy my music instead of just streaming it along. But if you do stream it, put it on your playlist so I could get my counts. Thank you so much, y'all.
Indeed, folks. That's what counts. I know every little bit helps, folks. That's why we do here Classic R&B Jams, because we are a reporting station. So, Keith, of course, when we play your music, we want you folks to get credit for it, because that's what y'all do this for. I mean, yeah, we do it for the love of it, but them bills still got to get paid too, don't they?
Yep.
So y'all get out there and buy this music. Check them
Buy
out
it.
on
Keep
Facebook.
it.
And keep it in rotation, because that's definitely what we'll do here. Before we close out there, Keith, any last words before I let you introduce your current song that's out right now, making some buzzes?
Okay. Any last words? So I just went through all of that I just said, but check this out. My latest single is doing well, and it's been heard by many in the UK. I made the charts. It was a #1 hit there. Right now, it's 3 weeks in a row, #1 in Italy. And but I need help with this relaunch that we're doing in the United States. Um, I thought about love is my latest single, and there's a great message in it about romance and survival and what it took to keep it going. It's out there. Please support me with this single.
Indeed, folks. I Thought About Love. I played it, featured it a couple of weeks ago. It's doing quite well, classic R&B jams. And for what I see over at Urban Influences, a few other places, Keith, I think you got something definitely on your hands here. But don't believe me. Let's play it, and I'll tell you what, the fans, because they're the ones that make this and movers and shakers in this. So y'all check it out. Last and final here, folks. We'll see you next week on the Music Chronicles. Keith, anytime you want to come back and share some new music with us, or just chop it up with us, you know where to find me, my man. Again, thank you so very much. And folks, with that, let's get on out of here. Close up with the final I Thought About Love here on the Music Cafe with your nighttime, your right time DJ Music, and our very special guest, Keith Eatmon. Y'all be free, be safe, and we'll catch you on the rebound. Have a good night.
For some time, running through my mind. It's been so hard to define, but never left me behind. Just believe me, when life got rough, we made it. If you ask me how, here is what I'll say. When I thought about love and what it is, it's the best thing we got going, something we believe in. When I thought about love, it's how we live. Give it all with no conditions, keep holding on. I thought about love, it's the best thing that I found to keep me up when I am down. Taking away things that get between you and me, find things up way back to the way things ought to be. Just believe me, when life got rough, we made it. If you ask me how, this is what I'd say. When I thought about love and what it is, it's the best thing we got going, something we believe in. When I thought about love, it's how we live. Give it all with no conditions, keep holding on. It'll never run or never fade. It'll never give up on you when you turn away. As long as we keep knowing that the way to keep on going is remember what we did to make it right, yeah. Thought about love, thought about love. Ooh.
soul if that back.
Old school. You're listening to CRBJ, Classic R&B Jams Radio.
When the world gets loud, there's one place where the groove never stops. CRBJ Radio brings you classic R&B, timeless soul, and the jams that shape the soundtrack of your life. From sunup to sundown, we're spinning the hits that make you feel something. Every hour, every day. Whether you're at work, on the road, or just vibing at home. Turn us on and let the soul take over. Listen live at crbjradiojams.com to the soulful sound all around town.